You may be seated. I was telling you I know Kasongo from YouTube. It's a pig that runs very fast. And the lion tries to catch it and it can't catch it. Kasongo. Yes, so that's all I know about Kasongo. And you can put that on the record. It's a pig. And well, I'm excited to be here. And I honestly, my role in this whole conversation is to assist, as it were, our young people to improve the quality of their software. I've always said that when the face is beautiful and the software is not working, the hardware will always suffer. And when a country is beautiful and the brains are not working, the resources will always suffer. There is a direct connection between poor mindset and poverty. You cannot give people land underneath their feet when they are not in control of land between their two ears and the estates between their legs. The war of identity is real because people are fighting for the estate of your mind. And when you capture people's minds, they are able to abuse themselves without your supervision. The colonial project has been successful. That amongst us, we now have custodians, the quality of Kasongo, who can be in positions of power just to make sure that the system does not change and the power does not filter back to the people. Freedom, therefore, is never donated, but it is claimed and taken by force by those that are oppressed. The oppressor will never donate your freedom until you, who is uncomfortable, become uncomfortable and take matters in your own hands. I'm glad to see my two friends here from the ecclesiastical corner, the bishops and the fathers from Sudan. Wonderful and nice to have you. And I was there also for some couple of years as a faithful custodian of the body of faith, just to make sure that people give the other cheek and give the other cheek again. And don't worry about this earth. We will go to heaven very soon, and Jesus will give us new mansions and palaces. We will be walking on the streets of gold and singing hallelujah and with angels on every side. But I looked and said, if God wanted us in heaven, why did he put us on earth? Not to discount our eschatological expressions of parousic returning of the Messiah, but crying for relevance in the now, so that our journey to the promised land in the sky must be found by satisfaction in the now. So the question is not where are we going, the question is what are we doing now? I hold in my hand a piece of stick that I call a thinking tool. I would recommend every one of you, in the abundance of your time, please get back home, make one according to this one. Make one and use this one as an example. Just a piece of stick, but you can use it for processing thousands of thoughts. So welcome to Farmers of Thought, where we are interested in developing the quality of thinking. There are three divisions that you see on the piece of stick. 1, 2, 3. I use that as time. I use that as what?
Time.
Let's go together as?
Time.
Time. The past, the present, and the future. On another day, I'll come and talk about what is time. According to the Europeans, time is linear. We start here and we end up there. According to the Eastern mysticism, time is cyclical. It is zodiacal. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and it goes like that in circles. And you find that in their world of horoscopes, that they believe in those cyclical types of time. And the Hellenization of Africa, where you find your English and your French teaching, writing from the left to the right, beginning to the end, time becomes linear. But the Farmers of Thought, Maponga J, sat down by himself and I applied my mind to these things. For now I'm grown up and I'm able to use my brains for thinking. And I said time is not linear, time is not cyclical, time is vertical. We're living in the abundance of the present tense. Yesterday has never left. Tomorrow has never arrived. No one has ever seen the hand of tomorrow shaking hands with yesterday. We have time in our hands which seems to be running in circles, but time is just one continuous block. It's an illusion divided into days and weeks. In fact, time is present. Our ancestors never left us. That's why Wanjiru, who was here in 1902, Wanjiru was here 1952. Wanjiru is here 1992. Wanjiru is still here 2025. Can you put your hands together for Wanjiru? She never left. She never left. She just changed bodies. But Wanjiru is still alive. Maponga has never left. From the past to the present, he is still here. And as a result, many of us who seem to be academically uncircumcised think that yesterday does not matter, when in fact the problems of today were caused by the decisions of yesterday. So yesterday directly affects today. And he who has made good decisions today, he has already secured tomorrow. Definition of success: making many decisions that are right in constant concessions. Make them quickly. Definition of failure: make wrong mistakes constantly, and you may fail. Therefore, him who fails to prepare is already prepared to fail. Come with me on the 4 sections of the stick. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll introduce you to the highest level of farmers of thought thinking tool. World number 1, world number 2, world number 3, and world number 4. And I'm speaking this on behalf of all Pan-Africanists who want to place their minds into the scope of colonization and how to deconstruct and how to decolonize yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not embarrassed to tell all of you that we need to start a project to colonize ourselves. Hello? 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 We need to start colonizing ourselves. Let's not be afraid of colonizing ourselves, because life does not respect a vacuum. Whatever we've left empty, someone else has occupied it. Those who have colonized us, they didn't apologize. When we come as Africans, somehow we're afraid you're going to be a coward. Hey, you're going to be a relegate. Oh, this is not acceptable. According to who? We need to repopulate our minds with our own content. 400 years later of intoxication with Western bigotry and junk, you cannot think that this project will be finished overnight. But we need every day to start disinfecting our minds, from our fashion, to our clothes, to our diet, to our medicine, to our governance, to our sports and recreation, to our health and technology, to our spirituality, to our entertainment. Because everything, when you look around, it's colonized. Whether you're in class, whether you're in a taxi, whether you're in a restaurant, whether you're watching a movie, or you're dressing up, or you're eating, it's ice cream, it's pizza, it's what colonization is everywhere. It needs consciousness, therefore, because consciousness is not going to church. Consciousness is being aware of where you are, why you are, the reason for the season, reason of being. When you eat, it's a religious and a spiritual expression. When you drink, it's a spiritual expression. When you sleep, it's a spiritual expression. When it rains, it's a spiritual expression. When you shake hands, it's a spiritual expression. Religion is not building bound. It's a constant expression of how you interact with your soil, with your water, and with your air. That is consciousness. That is consciousness. So don't say, I'm dressing up. Say what I want to say. Because through your clothes, you are communicating. Everything that you are doing must be conscious. So I'll introduce you to the 4 worlds. World number 1 is the world of material. Say after me, world of material.
World of material.
Come on, say it with me. World of material.
World of material.
World of material is the world of Gucci. It's the world of cars. It's the world of Lamborghinis. It's the world of houses. It's a world of clothes. It's a world of cutlery and crockery. It's a world where we make money and we spend all our money to buy things. To buy? One more time. To buy? And things are coming to us in terms of brands. I'm still healthy. They come to us in terms of brands. And many of us think that when we buy certain brands, we're equivalent to the brand. Come with me. Therefore, you go to the shop and you buy a sweater or a t-shirt worth $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 with a label on it and a big logo. Because you hope that when people look at that logo that is on you, the value they put on you is equivalent to the logo that you are carrying. I have a Rolls Royce in my house. I have a Mercedes-Benz S500 in my house, and a couple of other cars. I have a bike also. I have a Haley. I can cruise around. No worry, no worry. Those are my toys. I'm coming from there. But I can tell you, young man, you can take a dog or a pig. You can take Kasongo and put Kasongo in my S500 and drive to Nakuru or drive to Meru or drive to Mount Kenya with Kasongo in my S500. Bulletproof. When you come back, you still have Kasongo in the car. Kasongo does not become a human being because Kasongo is in an S500. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are cheap, you are cheap. It doesn't matter what brands you put on. If you're cheap, you're cheap. You don't become expensive because you're putting on expensive things. Character is far much more valuable than the cosmetics or fashion that we toxic ourselves in. Many cheap people are hiding behind expensive brands. You only get surprised when they begin behaving. Then Kasongo comes out. The pig in them comes out. Then you know that there's nothing that they are covering except an empty shell full of nothing. The world of material is a painful world where we spend all our lives looking for things. You want a car, you want a better one. You want a cell phone, you want a better one. You want clothes, you want a better ones. You want a better computer, you want a better one. That's what, everything. And by the time you think you have it, a brand new one is coming through the ramp. And those who are working in the world of material will never be satisfied. It's an empty shell of chasing after things. They fill up their houses with things, but their hearts are empty of value and quality of life. Some even buy gym equipment. They fill up their garages, hoping that they'll lose weight by keeping the things in the gym. Fill up their wardrobes and fill up their fridges with food. Their stomachs look big, full of food, but empty of health. Digging their graves with their own teeth. They work so hard all their lives, only to spend their retirement in the hospitals, fixing the problems they created when they were young. Drinking and smoking, sleeping anywhere. Only to wake up in the morning, discover they have high blood pressure, they got tensions, they got BPs, they got diabetes, they got HIs, they got what, and all the money that they've worked for, they must take all that money and walk back to the hospital to fix the problems that they created. This is the world of materialism that the colonial system taught us. That value of life is only created by the quantity of things. Come on. You are good when you have this. So if I don't have, and here we are all of us in school, to do what? So that we can get educated. And then what? Go and work. And then what? Open up bank accounts. And then what? Walk up to expensive shops. And then what? Buy things. And then what? Fill up our houses. And then what? Find wives, find husbands. And then make children. And then what? Buy them more toys. And then what? Live, get old. And then what? Die. Then what is life? In pursuit of nothingness. Like peeling an onion only to find at the center there's nothing. World of material is a consuming world.
we are constantly in competition with everybody else who seems to have something better than you. You forget that the value that you have is not determined by what you have around you. The value that you have is determined by who you are. Your true value, take off your clothes, look at the mirror and say hello. That person in the mirror will also say hello. How are you? They'll also ask you, how are you? What are you doing here? I had the same question also. What are you doing here? The true value is not what you hang on yourself. Who are you? Genuine Panafricanism, therefore, needs you to answer that question. Who am I without things? And who do I become with things? Because many people own their things, but others, their things own them. You hear me? Yes. Others own their, but others, their things own them. They cannot do without them. Can't do without a cell phone, they'll die. They cannot even, they can have 5 cars, but they can't give you one. Because they're so attached to their things. And them and their things are inseparable. Intoxication with things. And then you think that you are alive. These are the people, when their houses catch fire, they also commit suicide. When they are divorced, they also die. When the husband says, bring my son in, I no longer want to be attached to you. Don't call me, I'll call you. They lose sense of life because their lives are always attached, associated with things. And they begin to define themselves, Mr. So-and-so, Mrs. So-and-so, Dr. So-and-so, Professor so-and-so. And when you greet them by their first name, hello Sam, they get offended. I'm not Sam, I am Dr. so-and-so. Doctor, my foot, go and look at the mirror and look at that guy telling Dr. so-and-so. Don't be obsessed with materials. You will never have enough. Like one songwriter in the United States who jumped from a flat to kill himself with a room full of women and Cadillacs parked downstairs with an account full of money, and he was heard singing, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. What are you looking for? Everything is here, but I still haven't found. I thought about this thing, my head almost blew apart. Elon Musk divorced, 301 billion. Bill Gates divorced, 79 billion. Then what is life? We spend so much time thinking when we have money, we'll have it together. Those that have money, the Bezos, are walking as bachelors, divorced, with a bag full of money. What is life that we touch ourselves with? There are valuable things in life that money cannot buy. And I hope that in you coming to school, in your pursuit of materials, you don't end up looking like the things that you buy for they expire. World number 2 is the world of the voice. Say after me, world of voice.
Voice.
One more time, world of voice.
Word of voice.
This commands this. The world of material responds to the world of voice. Before he comes to marry you, he's going to tell someone, hey, I've seen something nice there. I'm going to marry that one. You talk about it. Then you make it happen. If you think what I'm saying is not true, stand up from your chair, come and stand next to me here and tell me, Maponga, you're ugly. I will look at you. Man, your nose is not fine. I will look at you. Hey, but you don't shave your beard. I will look at you again. Hey, man, but your things are not matching. I will look at you again. But keep on talking. There is something that will start happening inside me. And I can tell you that you may have to change your disposition and your face might be rearranged before sunset. I don't know what you will do to me, but I'll surely do something to you, which may change your physical appearance as of tonight. So your voice controls your material. The world of the voice controls the world of material. And if you want to see your environment change the quality of your speech. Your environment changes. Change the way you talk, Haven't you seen it? The people that you love, how you talk to them, and the people that you hate, how you talk to them. Haven't you seen that? How do you control that? Your speech controls your environment. Speak nicely to yourself. In the book that I wrote, So You Want to Be the Master, positive self-talk and negative self-talk, how does that affect you? Speak nicely to yourself. You only have you to answer to yourself. The world of the voice controls the world of material. Speak quality, and you'll have quality. Let me fly off. World number 3 is the world of light. The world of light. I'm going somewhere. The world of light. When lights are off, keep the door closed. For darkness is a way of coming through your teeth and showing us the emptiness of your mind. Populate your mind with good thoughts, and the quality of your speech will improve, and your materials will also respond to the quality of your mind. Light, information, knowledge. You cannot speak what you don't know. If right now I should stand here and say Mashingo, start talking, what will you say? You don't know where Mashingo is. Mashingo is a small little town in Zimbabwe where the great Zimbabwe built the ancient ruins of the Muntaba Empire. If you don't know Mashingo, you can't even open your mouth to say nothing about Mashingo. Therefore, the mouth should only speak what the mind has been informed about. If you have no content, shut up. Shut up. Inform this, then improve the quality of this. And then your materials will be equivalent to the quality of your voice and the quality of your mind. If you're thinking cheap things, you will buy cheap things. If you're thinking pleasure, all you pursue is pleasure. Whatever it is that you conceptualize becomes your voice, becomes your reality. And by speaking it, you attract it. That's what you end up gathering to yourselves. I hope I'm getting somewhere politically. Our leaders are constipated with materials. They get into power, into politics, to gather more materials, buy more farms. You can hear the way they talk. But I doubt what is in their heads. And in conclusion, the world that I love very much is the world of the Spirit. One more time. The world of? The world of the Spirit. That's where premonition is. That's where imagination is. That's where innovation is. That's where influence is. And from the world of material to the world of voice, to the world of light, the world of the Spirit is the most superior. Come with me if you don't believe it, as I'm closing. One man closes his eyes. When you open the eyes, he said, Colgate. The other man closed his eyes. When you open, he said, Apple. The other closed his eyes. When you open, he said, Tesla. You closed that. Microsoft. Gucci. From imagination, they captured the imagination, found the formula of translating the imagination into a recipe and a formula. From the formula, they networked and spoke to make it happen. They created the material. Therefore, the world of material responds to the world of the voice. The world of voice responds to the world of light. The world of light responds to the world of inspiration. That's spirituality. Now, when you tamper with African spirituality, I want you to understand what you have killed. You've killed innovation. You've killed dreams. When a man dreams walking underwater, Pastor, pray for me. I dreamt walking underwater. Then, if you dream it, you can do it. Just find the technology of walking underwater. If you dream it, and wake up in the morning and say, I was actually flying. How was I doing that? And tell me how many things have been created by imagination. Here we are now with AI. Even the most impossible now seems possible. And this world is now waiting for genuine dreamers. People who can cleanse their bodies, unlock their imagination, and have access to unlimited bounties of thoughts and create new products and change and make this world a better place. We don't need a new Africa. We need new Africans. Look after your materials. Improve the quality of your voice. Fine-tune the quality of your materials in terms of your light. Connect spiritually and tap into the unlimited resources. This is how I want you to think. This is how I want you to feel. This is how I want you to do. Asante!